This is the new project. You see it? You see it? Huh? Looks good for my house.
Wait, listen up, dude. Go garage about to come on.
Good Saturday morning to everybody. Today we're actually going to look for another project vehicle. It's not going to be something fancy because I'm broke and I'm looking at cheap vehicles, okay? So what we got going on is an 80s, I'm not sure the exact year yet. I've only drove by it. My dad's talked to him a couple of times. It's like an 80s Ford van. And my idea for this van build, if you guys enjoy it and it gets some views and noticeable stuff, what I would like to do to it is either slam it on the ground with some airbags. I've never done airbags before in my life, so that would be a learning curve. Or another learning curve, jack the thing up to Jesus and put a Dana 44 in the front of it, make a four-wheel drive. In my opinion, I think that would be freaking awesome looking, a big lifted Ford van with a big top on it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I've drove by it in maybe previous videos. I have showed it to you. I don't know if the video has been uploaded yet. I have a lot of videos made. I'm trying to stay ahead of this stuff because Christmas is coming, and when Christmas comes, I can't keep doing this stuff. I can't buy stuff because I gotta make sure my kids get their stuff first. That's what matters when you're a dad. Your kids gotta get their stuff first. Anyways, we're gonna look at this thing and hopefully we can buy it. He gave us a price for it. He wants $500 for it. Maybe try to talk him down because it has been sitting for a long time. Ever since I remember, this van has been sitting down there. As a kid, we drive by, I'd look down the street, it was there. It never moves. But it's a freaking cool looking van, blue interior. I'm sure the interior is probably falling apart, dry rotted, but I'm not worried about that. You've seen the van stuff. If you guys have watched those videos of the van build a long time ago, that's probably over a year and a half ago. We did a full custom interior in that thing. That thing was completely gutted. My dad worked out of it for years, laid carpet out of it. So the back of it was nothing but metal. There's no seats, no fabric, no headliner, nothing. It had nothing back there. But we're gonna check this thing out. Hopefully he comes off of it because I really want this thing. I think it'd be a cool project. Honestly, either slamming it or lifting it up. I think what I would love to do is lift it up on a four-wheel drive Dana 44 front axle. It would be a little bit of work, but I think it'll be less confusing than the air ride. I don't know. Air ride, I'd have to do it all the way around the back of the van. If I lift it, that's just all I have to do is put blocks in the back of it because there's already has an axle back there. It's already rear-wheel drive. So the front, we would have to get transfer case, another drive shaft. We have to get the purchase for the leaf springs in the front, the mounts, weld them on, make sure everything's straight, make sure everything's level. But with it being a big, old ugly van, as long as I say eyeball it, it'll be all right. This thing ain't gonna be a show van, but if we pull that off, find a Dana 44, I'd like to get like a frame that's already just off a truck that already has the four-wheel drive, so I could just take the stuff off as I go and get it on. People always blaring their horns, but the thing about it is, if I lift it up, I don't think it's gonna fit in my little garage, so we may have to do it in here. I'm sure we can build it in here, but as far as getting it out, we'd probably have to put it on like a roll cart, the front end of it, roll it out, put the wheels on. Honestly, I don't know how we would do it. We'd have to figure it out though, I know that. That'd be a mess to build it in here and they can't get it out. But I ain't worried about that right now. That's a long ways ahead of us. The truck's still gotta get built. Everything's still got to get done. I want to get this truck done before I start anything else. But anyways, I've been rambling for 4 minutes. Let's go check this van out. It's been a couple hours. I do my Saturday routine, my chores on Saturday. We're going to check the van out now, and hopefully we end up buying this thing. I don't know. I'm wanting it because I think I made up my mind that later on, this will be for a long time from now. Hopefully when YouTube starts paying the bills, when I can afford stuff, but it's a project I've always wanted to do since I've seen it down in a junkyard in Kentucky. My dice get on your guys' nerve. Yeah, roll the dice, baby. There's a junkyard down in Kentucky that has a lifted, I think it was a lifted Ford van too, actually. But I really want to lift a Ford van. I think it would be sweet. It'd be something different going down the road, something you don't see every day. I mean, I know there's other people out there that's done it, but I haven't. There is one in town that I have seen that's lifted. It's a black Ford van, panel van, but we have tried over the years to get it off of him. He will not come off the thing. I don't know why. It has not moved in decades. You know how them guys are. They'll get to it one of these days. But, oh, train tracks. We're gonna just go find a Ford van, hopefully for cheap, and get this thing, park it at Dad's house with his other van collection. You guys, I'll show you his van collection we've got going on. I grew up with vans, you guys. I had vans my entire childhood, my entire life. We grew up in vans. We drove to Florida 9 hours away in a Chevy van. That's what we drove. It's what my mom and dad had. So it is, I don't know, it's cool. I have a thing for vans. We just always had them. Going to Dad's house now to go get him. I remember back in the day, my dad would get vans, work at them for a couple of years. He'd make money out of them. Then he'd park them, and they'd sit at the house for decades. And we'd use them for storage units. I mean, that's what happened. And then we'd scrap them over the years. We had probably, at all times, 4 to 5 vans in the yard all the time. Chevy, Ford, Dodge, we had them all. We had every one of them. Long vans, big tops, all of them. Let this guy go here, and I'm going next. Yeah, we've had them all. We've had Fords, Chevys, Dodges, big tops, extended vans, just every one of them. Panel vans, windows. Never had no like camper vans, but they've all been conversions. And all the conversion vans, my dad would gut them completely, rip all their interiors out, because that's how he made his money. He laid carpet out of them. So that's a little backstory on why I care about vans so much. Even though you guys didn't ask, you got it anyways. I don't know how much I'll be able to record at this guy's house. I don't want to show up there with a camera in his face, you know, so I'll probably be respectful, and he's an older guy. So if we end up buying it, I don't know. We'll just have to let this play out, and whatever happens, happens. It's just how it's going to have to happen, if that makes any sense. If we buy it, I'll record driving in the van, most likely. If we can't get it, or he ain't there, I guess this video will be a bust. Oh. Video will be a bust like this camera just did. Made it to Dad's house, and when I say we have vans out here, I'm not joking. This car is a 68 Dodge Polara. Not a lot of people know what these things are. Back in the day, he wrecked this thing into a tree. That tree over there, I'll show a picture of it. And we got a van collection out here. There's 2 more out there. There used to be a bunch of them out here. Let's go check out this new van, maybe. Dad wants to start the van up for everybody. We're actually gonna drive this thing down there. He drives this thing every day. Sounds good. We needed the taillights. We got the square taillights for this. Just got to get them on one of these days. Get rid of these goofy round ones. We're in the other heavy Chevy. This thing's got all the original 1986 interior in it still. Got this thing for 500 bucks. Those vans been down here for years. Get all that junk off the back of it. We just got back. The guy was not home yet. He actually walks down to a pizza joint. He walks all the way down there. So we're gonna come back on here a little bit. I'll show you my dad's vans real quick. This thing was his work van. We just retired it. The plans with this, it has an LS60 in it, I think, or 6.2. I don't know. I get it confused, whichever's got. Only reason why we still got it, and I want to chop it. If I get my fingers right there. Make a truck. If you guys even get the drift, cut it right at the back door. Cut it flat off and make it a freaking van truck. That's the plan with that one. This green one, it's got a 351 Windsor in it. My dad put a lot of money in that motor, just maintaining it. You know, it has a brand new transmission in it. and it's full of car parts. That is the only reason why this thing is still here. The body's shot on it. This thing, I remember when he first got it, had green leather interior, green seats, it was nice. Green everything, had TV and stuff in it. It was a nice old van. You know what I said? He got him, gutted him, worked out of him. That's what happened with this one too. You can tell she's got some rot. But it had a pretty cool paint job back in the day. Now it's just covered in stuff. This van got plowed in the back of it. Put these doors on it years ago. They were white. It's full of, this is 1971 Mach 1 Mustang parts. There's a toolbox stuff in here. Van parts, bumpers, fenders. To his Dodge Player, there's parts up there. All the chrome to the car that we never put back on because it was goofy looking. Yeah, look at that freaking mess of a web. Holy crap. Hate to see the guy that made that. Yeah, this thing was a cool old van back when it was shined up and running every day. Oh, those are fancy. I'm gonna have to rob those off there. Got brand new tires for my sister's car in here. There's a bunch of junk, really, battery and stuff. This is what the interior used to look like, but it was nice back then. All things come to an end. This van had it today. We parked it. That's when the white one came into play. Now that white one's retired, and now he has this white one. That Ford over there, he got it from Glisson's Junkyard for $3,000. Pretty good van though. Dad wants to show you guys his van.
Messy.
It's just old. This is just an old van.
Yep.
Play checkers back there. They used to have a TV in that box. Looks like a bread box. The guy that had this maintained it. I love the stripe it's got that goes around the window. I took the ladder and all that stuff off the back of it. Tire. And this thing folds down to a bed. They don't make stuff like this no more. There ain't one spot of rust on this thing. It is a cool van. You guys seen this before. We did these headlights last year. Everybody thinks he's blinding them. Yeah, it's getting too hot. Gonna start it up real quick. This thing has some issues going on. We gotta address them one of these days. Yeah, it might. Nothing? It's being stubborn.
Yeah.
Well, this is a fiasco. The guy is still not home yet. We've been trying for 2 hours, going back and forth, waiting, going back and forth, waiting. Found out by the neighbor he has a car now because all this happened. My dad gave this guy a ride one day. He was walking down the road. My dad was being nice. He said, "Hey man, you get your ride where you're going?" Because he's walking on a busy street. He's like, "Well, yeah, I guess." Dad just being a nice guy. Give him a ride, and they start talking about vans because my dad picked him up in his red van. Then he goes, "Well, I got a van at home." And the guy, my dad drops him off at home, and the Ford van he's got, apparently the motor had some issues. He took it to a shop. The shop told him that the motor's blown. He needs a new motor. Well, we're not buying that. I mean, it could be a possibility, but my dad started the van up. My dad said it sounded like a normal running vehicle. I mean, it could have some issues. I don't know. If it does, that Ford van I just showed you guys, it's got a good running 351 Windsor in it. That bad boy will be going down in that thing. But we're gonna try again here in a little bit. I wanna go get this thing today. I've been talking about it for freaking weeks. I wanna go get it. Come on, let's turn, people. Let's go here. Go get this thing. Get the truck done. And this will hopefully be the next build on the channel. A four-wheel drive Ford van. I think it'll be freaking sweet. But we'll try again later, so I'll pick up here in a little bit and hopefully we can get this thing today. It's about 3:40 now. I'm gonna go try to get this thing one more time. Oh, it's been a fiasco today trying to get this thing.
but we are trying to come up unannounced. We told him before we buy some time to come get it or come look at it. Just been thinking about it, and I finally want to get the thing. Maybe we'll do something with it. I don't know. I really want to build a four-wheel drive van, but at the same time, I don't know. After the truck build, I don't know what we're going to be getting into. I have to have an axle to put underneath it first, so I have to find an axle that will fit or make fit. So we have to do that. I'm not scared to lift it up, but it'll definitely be a future build. I don't know if it'll be the next build. I want it to be the next build. I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's a cheap van, so it's not hurting us to buy it. It can sit at the house until I figure out something to do with it. But we're gonna try to look at this thing one more time. All right, we finally got to the guy. We struck a deal. We're gonna pick the thing up tomorrow so we can get all the stuff out of it. For $400, we're gonna get this big old blue van for. It's a cool van. It's not rotted out. The running boards are shot on it. They need to come off anyways. We're gonna have to get a tow truck. He is very lenient on getting the thing towed. I was gonna flat tow it with a chain to my house because we only live like 10 minutes from here. So he didn't want to do that. He does not want it to run. He said he's still got insurance on it. He does not want us driving it in case something happens, which I completely understand that. But I was totally fine with either hauling it with my truck with a freaking chain, because I've done it before, done it dozens of times. Actually, I got a story to tell you guys here in a second of how I got a car home one time. And then also, he did not want me to drive the thing home. He said it's running on sounds like it's running on a couple cylinders. He took it to a shop that I do not recommend. I will not say the name to it, but they told him it needed a new motor, and he even said himself he does not recommend that shop. So I mean, the word goes around. We're a small town. I don't recommend them. Anyways, he doesn't want me to drive it. I didn't argue with the guy. He's a really nice old guy. But we're gonna come pick it up tomorrow. Get a tow truck. It's what he wants. How he wants us to haul it off. Anyways, the way I got a car home one day, I had my big white lifted Jeep. If you guys go back to my old videos, you'll see it. And my wife's Camry, that was originally her grandmother's Camry, the '98 Toyota Camry. Well, they was letting somebody else drive it, and they blew the motor up. The motor blew up in it. Well, I thought I could limp it home enough because I was going to scrap the car out anyways. It was a free car. They gave it to me for free. Well, anyways, we're about 10-15 minutes from the house, my dad's house, where the car was going. And I was at a light, heading up to a light. The car, I was to the floor. The car was not moving at all. It just completely lost power. The motor just was revving up real loud. It was not going nowhere. Then the motor shut off completely. So I called my wife up. She's behind me in my Jeep. I said, you're gonna have to hit me. Got that thing home. She ran into me about 15 times. We had to cross the highway. She had to keep hitting the back of this car non-stop with my Jeep. She hit it probably 15-20 times. On the route home. It's even further away than the van is. But it was so fun. I bet people driving by like, what? That's some road rage or something. I don't know. I have no idea what people were thinking, but I can only imagine what people were thinking in their driver's seat watching this Jeep smash the back of this Camry a dozen times. God, every time that car would stop losing power, I'm like, hit me again, hit me again. It's so funny. And it was her doing it too, so she's never done like that before in her life. That's just a little backstory on how we get cars home. Sometimes you just gotta run into them. I really wish I was doing YouTube then, because that would have been hilarious. Good morning, everybody. I did not sleep well last night at all. I don't know why. Past 2 nights I had not slept very well. I went to bed around 9:30. I woke up around 2:30 and I've been awake since. It's 8:20 now. I am very tired. I don't know what's going on with me. Hope I get some sleep tonight. Let's turn that down. Also, I got my truck a minute ago. I'm in my wife's car now, but we got my truck. And I seen a cop pull over by the alley, and he walks over to the alley with a pitch, like an axe hammer thing,
and it starts waylating on something. I don't see anything over here. I'm gonna go check it out, because I'm curious on what he was beating, to be honest. I'm assuming it's an animal. I don't know. Yeah, he hit a squirrel. I'm assuming the car hit a squirrel, somebody hit a squirrel, and I think he just put the squirrel out of its misery. Can't show that on YouTube though. That's the sadness of the highways, the roads, big motor vehicles. They get hit, and then I just drove past another squirrel, so that's probably his buddy. That's kind of sad. Anyways, let's get off the sad subject this morning. Let's get back onto some happy news, and let's go hopefully haul this van home with a flatbed. I was tempted just to give the guy the cash, have the title switch over, wait till he leaves, and then go start the thing and drive it off. But I mean, he's a really nice guy. I'm gonna respect what he asks and get it towed. I mean, he's really nice, so I'm not gonna do that to him. He's a retired old guy, packed trying a pistol, so he's just a nice guy. I don't think he caused no harm, but he just really wants it to be hauled off. So we're just gonna do it, get it home. And I don't know where we'll end up building this van at, if I'll park it in front of my garage on the patio and build it there. Because as of right now, that van will not fit in my garage. The top is too high, and my garage door is too little. So we'll have to figure that one out. Something I've been seeing a lot of S10s, box S10s. I'm thinking about maybe building one of those, get one with a straight body on it, and doing some paint work, because that's a small truck. It'll be easy to paint, mini truck, you know. So I'm keeping my eye out for a cheap S10. I don't know what I want to build next, but trucks I get done first. So I do have an eye out for a cheap project though. The van is definitely a project on my to-do list one of these days. I don't know when it'll happen, but it's gonna be at Dad's house until that does happen, until I find the right setup that I want, stuff like that. Because I think there's no sense of ripping it apart, no sense of bringing it to my house, none of that stuff, until I have the front axle that needs to go underneath it. So I don't know, you guys. We'll have to figure that one out when that day comes, when that I dots that ball, or that ball dots that I, whatever you say it. I don't know. I'm not good with these words. I talk too much. So let's go get this van. We can go pick up Dad and head that way. I just called the van and said we're gonna be on that way soon. So hopefully all works out today. We come home with a big, ugly blue van. Saving another one.
Well, we're definitely van people. I like custom vans. If I could have found me another one,
One day it'll be full drive.
I tried getting the uncle to buy it. He just couldn't hold the money. There was one guy that came by. He looked at it. Oh, he was on fire to buy it. He was an older guy. He looked like he was probably, I'd say, in his late 40s maybe. Was he a big full foot with the thing, or a little foot? No, he had a. It was a car, but I forgot. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. But he was excited about buying it. He said, "I'll be over tomorrow now. You sure you don't sell it to somebody?" We didn't offer to pay a deposit, so I said, well, I understand if somebody comes and buy with cash before you do, I'm going to sell it to that person. Yeah, cash cool. We didn't want to pay a deposit or nothing on it.
See you later. We saved another one. Yep. Bringing home the new Jewel. Park it next to the other junkers.
I don't think that's a 302. It's a 351. At least they're getting smashed.
See if it starts real quick. I said it had motor issues, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna dive into this thing. It ain't got nothing. Pretty sweet van. You go, I ain't even showed you guys the inside of it yet. Guess I'll climb in the back of it, show you guys what it's got going on. The title should say what it is.
Well, it's saying it's just like that there.
Yeah, they're very similar, if not different at all. Interior of this thing is sweet. I think the table's underneath the back seat. All this folds down into a big bed. There's the light back here. It's got rear heat and AC. Oh, we'll have to wood glue that back on. Freaking sweet. The best thing I think about it is this little TV. I hope it works. From all the other versions we have, there should be a VCR hanging around somewhere. Oh, what's all this? We got paperwork on this thing. Okay, so the VCR was in here. I think it's gone. Yeah, it's a pretty cool van. The seats, or the table, is down there. Piece of wood. Go over here and grab the battery out of the 68. We don't keep nothing tight around here. It's probably not charged. The field of dreams. The van dreams. We got an ambulance. That's what it looks like. Yeah, we need about 10 more vans. We'll start a car lot. This thing's, I wonder if it's fuel injected. It's buzzing. It's buzzing. It's running.
Muffler stopped up for sure.
It's definitely missing. Yeah, we'll have to get this cover off. Dive into this thing.
Plug wire's burnt in half. No, we're not
This thing's got a 5.0.
It's running. I told him it's running 8 cylinders. My ass is running on burnt plug wires. I tried to tell him though.
Well, that's good for
Yeah.
us. That's an easy fix.
I bet this some bit screams.
Cut the mufflers off.
Yep.
Fuel injected 5.0, and it's been on fire.
Make
Something's
a warp truck out of it.
it's burnt 2 lines right here. Let the track go, see where they even go to.
This is a ground. Oh, that's your transmission.
It's a T5 transmission,
Yep,
I believe.
It must have got really hot in here, and obviously it did.
That's all that's wrong with it.
Oh well.
Yeah, this motor ain't blown up. That shop lied to him. I wish there was more to show you inside the thing, but she's pretty much empty, which is a good thing for us. It's got 2 tanks for the 1 mile you got to go, and then the extra 3 you need to go. It's got the boat top, so when you flip it over, you can go down the river pretty quick. It's got 5.0 in it. It's got the Trans Am wheels. That's what they look like anyways. They look like they're gold on this back wheel. Maybe not, maybe they're just dirty. I like them though. Granville, Urquhart, Indiana, or Elkhart is who converted it. It's fuel injected, 5.0. Shop told me I need a new motor, just need plug wires. And there's not one dent, no rust bubbles, no rust holes. Now the Chevy over here, that's a different story.
It's got grass in the hitch now, which that thing's coming off. Most likely, I don't want that on there. It's a cool old van. Top, you just gonna have to look past that, but I want to get rid of this tire, all that goofy stuff. The running boards are gonna come off. This door's loose too. Nothing major. It'd help if you put the door bolt back in there. You see it's missing one. I wonder if the bolt is gone or if the threads got stripped out. Have to weld some threads in there, if so.
Bolt's gone. Let me see it from here.
Fan. I bet that's for the rear.
There's this bolt sitting
Yeah,
there.
rear fuel front. You can switch what tank we need to use.
Yeah, you
There's a
gotta
switch
weld
right
it.
there. He's got it on the front tank, so that don't make any sense. He said he's using the rear tank. It's a cool van.
Ooh, wheel inserts.
There's no glove box, is there? I guess the
No.
Chevys don't have them either.
Nope.
They have them right here. This has a big cubby hole.
Bolt's gone right there, too.
It's gone. Yeah, I wonder where it went. Constitution of the United States. We'll have to read that tonight. It's got the Hearst running lights on the side of it. It's funny. I'm gonna climb up on the ladder and look at the top. We grew up with these things. We climb up these things all day long. Used to be an antenna of some sort. Oh, she got fiberglass damage. He's been hitting the top.
Probably a tow truck did it.
It could have.
Well, it's going to mirror backwards.
It has a big gouge up here,
I didn't see that earlier.
but it's not through, so that's fine.
Clocking on it.
Just lay a piece of fiberglass on it and be done. The roof rack's been hit, so somebody's hit it before.
I hope that battery's held.
You're gonna have to listen to me. This is the new project. You see it? You see it? Huh? We're building this thing, and you're gonna enjoy this thing. It's for you. Hear me? I need you to fix all this stuff that's wrong with it. Look, I need you to listen to me. You see those plug wires right there that are snapped and ripped and burnt and everything? That harness right there that's burnt? I need you to fix that. Can you do it? Get it done today. Can you fix it? Had to fire him. He lied on the application. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here before you get stepped on today. Go. Just can't find good help.
Boy, that's who we was talking about, Charlie Williams.
Yeah.
When that said the marshals come and got him.
Good Lord. Is that side too?
This is on this side.
They're falling off?
Yeah.
They're burnt too?
No, nothing on this side's burnt.
Oh, okay.
I'm just pulling them off the distributor cap.
Oh, the other, okay. Yeah, this one right here is completely melted, oil all over it. Had to take a little break. My brother and dad went over to the parts store to get the parts, and I went to go grab my son, my youngest one. Trying to find this little frog that I let go so he could play with it. I don't think I'm gonna find it though. And I also grabbed my tripod so I can do a little bit better recording for you all. Yeah, the shop told him it needed a new motor, but plug said otherwise. Brother went ahead and took all this stuff off. She is a pretty clean little 5.0. I will say so myself. I'm hoping that the AC and stuff still works, but with it being an 88, I mean, there's a possibility it could work, I guess. I'm sure you could put some Freon in it. Probably start right on up. Start shooting cold. It'd be crazy if this thing had AC and still worked. I know it has the rear heat and AC. The heat probably works, I'd say so. Now, we used to have a million of these vans through the years, but I just buy them up, work them and scrap them. That's all we ever did. That's all he ever did. Is that yours, buddy? You can restore this one? Put a big motor on it? See Daddy's new van? You wanna get in it? Look, there's a TV in it. Come here. Come here, buddy. There's candy in the van. I'm just playing. Don't ever get in a van that somebody says that to you.
Look, there's a TV up here. Look, right here. Right here.
Oh.
A TV.
Yeah.
See the big couch in the back?
Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it, buddy? It's big.
Where's the tea?
It's big.
Have a tea.
Huh?
Have a tea.
There's no candy. I was joking. God, he's too easy, dude. I feel bad for saying it.
Why?
There's candy at home, all right? We'll get you some candy at home when we go home later, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate, Reese cups.
Have me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hey, there was a frog over here a second ago. Oh,
Oh, dear.
you have to look for him. He might be over here still.
What's this long?
He might be gone by now. Here, let's go on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
He probably wiggled his way on through the other side, I'd say. A bunch of bottles right there.
Yeah.
Another bottle. What the heck?
What's that? A bottle? It's a little thing zombie?
Yeah, that's oil. I don't see him anymore. I guess he ran away. We just replaced the plug wires. Now we cannot find the keys. I don't know what to do with them. They're around here somewhere. Maybe they're up here. I don't know why they'd be up there. Seriously, dude. We found the keys. They were inside the back of the van. Is the battery hooked up?
Oh, no. No, it's hooked up. That black was. Hold on a second.
It should run a lot better.
I don't know if that black lighted up.
It's a ground to the body. Sucking vacuum. Put the intake manifold and stuff back on it, see if it runs any better. Yeah, that was a lot better. It's got some issues still, man. Anything that's out of place besides the front wires. It's idling pretty smooth.
This here ain't helping either, have
Yeah, big sad. This video may have been thrown together. We've just out here having a good time trying to get this thing running. It's running. It's running a little better, but it's not running to its 100%. We got some work to do with it. I want to fix these wires. It's got burnt up. Track down these vacuum lines, and it has a huge oil leak on the passenger side, and I think I have a valve cover gasket for this 5.0 at the house from a Mustang, so we'll use that. That came in handy, so that's nice. See, holding on to junk helps one day. This big ugly van, it may be on the channel later on, it may not be, I don't know. This video is probably gonna be very botched and thrown together, but it is what it is. We had fun getting it. It was cheap, $400 van. We talked them down, so I had fun with it. Honestly, it probably will be back on the channel. It's a pretty cool van. I like the front end of it a lot. Oh, big drop off. It's not beat up. I'd like to get these running board and stuff off of it, come in here and fix these wires that are burnt up and track these things down wherever they go. This thing's running like a freaking pig, so I'm sure one of these vacuum lines that are burnt, this one goes to the vacuum ball, it's burnt. There's one that goes to this canister thing right here, it's burnt. I'm gonna look up some diagrams, check some things out, and we'll figure it out. The brown van caught fire twice. It did the same stuff, but we eliminated all the heat and AC on that thing, and I like to try to keep it on this because it probably does work. So one day at a time. This thing's gonna be on the back burner anyways until the truck gets done, and then we'll see if we want to bring it to my house and work on it there. It does need some attention, but for what it is, it's a pretty cool van. Worst case, I decide not to do nothing with it, I'll either post it for sale as is, or I'll part it out. I know I've parted some of these vans out before. You make some money off these things. We'll figure it out though. Do one more walk around on this old girl before we head out. I wish we could will it run on this thing, but don't have enough time. It's Sunday, I got work tomorrow. If I was doing this full time, yeah, it's different. And I don't have money to see throwing parts at it when I got a truck to build, so it's gonna be parked here with the field of vans until we get to it one day. Old Big Top.
It's been another week since I got the van. This week we're gonna head out to Dad's. It's freaking cold this morning. I got the head gasket. I got the valve cover gasket that I had one of these left over from the Mustang. It'll fit the van, same motor. So I'm gonna take this over there. I grab all my tools, my sockets, make a little tool bag, and we'll head over to Dad's here in a little bit and try to get that intake off, track vacuums, try to get this thing running just a little bit better because it is running like doo-doo right now. Last night we took the cam in the truck. That video, I don't know when it'll come out, if it'll be before this one or after this one, I don't know yet. This video of the van will not be out until I get the van running good enough to be able to drive around my dad's house and to get it over here. So I guess that gives you a little bit of insight. You won't see this until the van's running pretty good. Hopefully it won't be today when it's running. I know it won't be today because all I got today is the gasket. I don't have vacuums to go over there and replace right now. I don't know where they'll run right now. I got to figure that out too as well. So I'll just grab my toolbox, some wrenches, there's some stuff. We'll head over there in a second. Load her up. This is my favorite little toolbox set I got. My mom got me this years ago for Christmas, and I've had it for years. My brother had a set. My dad had a set. I don't think my brother has his set no more. My dad has his set, but his is like empty. My dad, he's not good with tools. If you're seeing this, Dad, my whole life, every toolbox I've ever got in has been just scattered. Sockets in a drawer, just everywhere. It has never been no fun looking for tools. So I love this toolbox. Moral of the story, I've had it for years. Mom got it for me years ago. Got my little toolbox back here in my little bag. Light and drills, stuff like that in there. And my gasket. I got a tripod, of course, so you guys can see something. We'll go head out to Dad's, make some things happen. I'm not ready for this cold weather at all, and it's gonna suck because this van will not fit in my garage. So when we work on it in my house, it'll have to be in front of the garage, and it's cold, so it's gonna suck all the way around. We had a fire out here last night. The thing's still smoking. Fires out at Dad's house are always good ones, man. We used to have these things 15, 16 foot tall, burning huge, way back in the day. Yeah, she's still burning tall. Well, she's just smoldering right now. We got all these big logs still down here to burn. Dang. Ate a big chunk of that thing out last night. I think it was a full log last night. But you guys didn't come here to see a fire. You came here to see this big ugly van. So let's get back to work on it. Well, let's start getting to work on it. You know, I had to go through this with my Mustang originally. This thing is pouring oil out of this side. So we're gonna take the intake off because I'm assuming this intake ain't gonna, or the valve cover ain't gonna have enough clearance to come up. It may. I mean, I'm gonna wait. I'll try. Because if it does, it'll save me a lot of hassle. But working on vans suck, man. Let me tell you what. We've been working on vans years. It's never got easier. And we gotta track all these lines that are burnt. These up here too. I don't know where they go.
I'm assuming they run up there somewhere because this turns to like a little, was that left turn? Yeah, it goes to the left if you're standing that way looking at it. So they can run up there somewhere. We got to figure that out. Oh boy. I'm gonna set you guys up on a tripod and start unbolting this intake. There's no way that's gonna come off. I was looking at it. If I even get these bolts out, there's a pole or a rod right here. It goes up, it goes from the intake all the way down. You're not gonna be able to wiggle this up over them lifters, up over them rockers to get this thing out. Then you got this bar right here in the way, you got this in the way. You're not gonna get this thing out. I mean, somebody may have done it before, but this intake, I'm pulling it off because I need to track these vacuum lines anyways. I need to get my big head in here and see what's going on. I think we got enough out, or loose enough to come out. We need to go grab a pry bar and see what we can do to get this thing up. I really hope I got everything loose. I don't see any other freaking bolts. It's gotta be loose. I just don't know why it's not coming off. Maybe it ain't loose. It ain't budging. There's 3 bolts this way, and there's one here and there's one in the back. So you'd think there'd be another one.
Let me see that light. I'll try to get my head way over here. In the middle. I don't think I'd be in room there for a bolt.
There won't be one underneath it, because there's no way you'd be able to get to it.
Shit. No. There ain't one that cracking up. Like there's no way in hell there's another bolt there. I was thinking maybe in that middle part, but what about this right here? Never mind, it's all you already got that off. Ain't really much to pry on either, is there? That tears something else up.
I guess I need to pull this bar while I put it off. What's got left is 4 bolts and 2 lines. I'm gonna work on getting it off. We're down to the last bolt on top of the intake here. Finally. After decades. This fits in there.
Fucked up place to have a damn bolt, ain't it?
Fit.
Let me take it from this side.
Is it the next one?
No, it's right here, bro.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
How in the hell? It won't even go in there. What
the heck?
You gotta put it on, then put it in?
Over the bolt?
Yeah.
How?
Yep.
My car wasn't as hard.
I don't understand how this is gonna play out there.
How are you supposed to monkey this back there?
You can't get a wrench in that over there. Shit, ain't no way you're gonna do that. But there's gotta be a way.
Yeah, they built it.
That's some
What size is
little
this?
kid fingers.
Let me see if I can get a smaller size. 1/2 inch.
There you go.
This last bolt on this 5.0 liter, it's going straight through the back of this intake right here. And my sockets do not fit in there. It's straight back from this one right here is just straight through over there, maybe about 2-3 inches. It's impossible to get to. I don't see anywhere it could possibly go in there. We figured out the last bolt. It's actually an Allen head. They still don't fit in there. Oh my god. I made this contraption here with a drill extension, screwdriver, socket, a bit, and some tape. Now if this will fit, come on. It's too tall now.
Oh. It's a little ratchet in there.
Yeah, a little wrench or the.
Little ratchet.
I'll find something to fit this so I can turn it on top. This is turned into a nightmare. All right, we Mickey Mouse this thing. See if it can come off. Finally. This fell off. Please. Oh my God, it's tight. It broke the extension.
No? Yeah? It broke the extension?
Yeah. You can still use it though.
You gonna shoot that with some some kind of lubricant or something?
Try it again.
You know what? Don't get it.
Help if I go the right way.
Is it going the right way?
I thought it was, but maybe not then. There it goes.
There you go. It's gonna feel pretty good.
Yeah, it helps if you go loose, if you loosen it, not tighten it. Thank God. Freaking nightmare. Now we gotta get it back on. I guess we'll put this intake on with that bolt already in it. Hopefully this helps somebody one day.
Oh, I'm sure it will, man.
That Allen head bolt in the middle of the intake. My Mustang wasn't like this at all. It had all regular bolts. Long, isn't it?
It's there.
Ah.
Dude. See a bunch more wires. Don't drop it down. Drop them over.
Got it.
See all the vacuum ports. That has to be for the heating. You can see that the color. You see, there's something left. You can see the color off of them.
Yeah, I see a red one, that one.
There's 6 of them there. Now we can get to the leaky valve cover gasket. That will be nothing to take off. Compared to this. Golly. That's what you gotta do with these old vans. Yeah, this bolt here is Allen head. And the rest of them are regular square heads or whatever you call them. Freaking sucks. But it's off. Now I get the valve cover off and fix that gasket. Show you the contraption we had to make. That thing is a socket with a little Allen bit on it. We electrical taped it. It's a bit like, oh, I thought I had some laying around here. It's a bit that fit into one of these screwdrivers. You know what I'm saying? So we get that in there, shove this thing down in the top of there, in there like that. And then we got a socket to fit this, and we turned it off there. I'm sure there's actual tools, longer Allen bit tools out there, but we don't have any, so we improvised, made something work out of the old junk bag. Working on vans is always an experience, let me tell you that. Let's get this valve cover off here and replace something and get something fixed today. These should definitely be a lot more easier of a process. Now that I said that, I'll be here all day, most likely. Let's see what size you are. It wasn't that one. She didn't want to be here anyways. God, it probably was that one. What size are you, man? Oh, she's looser than a goose. That's finger tight right there. That's what you want. That's why she's just spewing oil out everywhere. Are the rest of them this loose? They probably are. Oh my God, this thing is not supposed to be like this. That's why it's leaking oil so bad. Jeez, man. Oh, these are a little bit tighter. Good deal. What the heck? Oh, it's off. Never mind. Come on, get off there.
Come on, play nice. There you go. I think there's another one. Oh, okay. There should be 2 more in the back. Let's see if I can reach them. Let me go to the front. Valve cover's ready to pop off, I think. Is there one more bolt somewhere? Shouldn't be. It needs to be pried up. There's no good prying spots.
Yeah, no, it's good to pry in. I think it's.
I got all the bolts. I know I did. Nope, no, I didn't. I got, this has 2 nuts on top on this one. Helps me take everything off. Get out of the way. They just held the harness in, that's why I had 2 nuts. Now it's ready to come off.
That's gonna be a pain in the ass putting that back on that truck, that gasket up.
It's a rubber gasket, thick one. It's still, it's gonna suck regardless. That's why the intake had to come off.
Yeah, exactly.
Good Lord. Pull this gasket off.
Is there a gasket?
Yeah, let's rip that in half right here.
Yeah, let's split in half up there too.
Pouring fuel out of it.
Yeah.
Pouring oil out of it.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, this thing ain't no good no more.
It's fried. Gasket's fried.
I think it's all off. It ain't got a bunch of buildup like my Ford did, but it's still built up a little bit. This gasket is definitely not no good no more. Well, I got this one right here off my Mustang. When I sold it, I had one left because I only replaced the one that was bad. A thick one.
Good. Yep. I use that, those corks one too, because I don't use those little rubber ones no more. I can't stand them things.
They just move around on you.
Yep. Can't place them.
I don't know. Nicholas said you could swap from side to side. Which makes sense. That's it.
Yep, awfully so.
Looks like it. It is.
You got any?
It'd be easy to work with because this thing don't move around. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
gotcha.
I got one that when you put it on, it'll fold in on itself.
Yeah.
You get one of these bolts started, it'll stay where it needs to.
Like
I pay a lot of money for these gaskets. I pay like $50 for these gaskets.
That's probably why I get good shit. This thing's here to fry.
Get some things cleaned up and we'll stick the new one in there. We're gonna put this new gasket or new valve cover gasket on and put this thing back together. Actually, we can't put it back together. The throttle body gasket and the intake gasket fell apart. So we'll have to, all I can do is put the valve cover gasket on. The fun begins again. All right, we cleaned the van all up. Got the engine cover back on it for the day. We're not done with it. We got vacuum lines to go by, intake gasket for the throttle body and the intake. But I'm all out of time today. I'm ready to go home. It's Sunday morning. It's about 12 o'clock now. I got some work done, figured out where the vacuum lines went, painted myself black, you know, all the good stuff. We'll come out here probably next weekend with some more stuff to get this thing back together, or hopefully running a lot better, and work on getting it at my house. Heading out this morning. It's about 12:15 now. We're gonna go get some gaskets for this van, for the intake and the throttle body, like I said, and then track down the rest of these vacuums. I know where a lot of them go already. From just looking at it, you can tell where they go. God, buckle up. I can be able to look at you guys and talk. I found where all the vacuums go besides 3. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research. We'll figure it out. We will figure this thing out. I know that for a fact. So we'll have to probably come back next weekend or so. It's gonna be a little bit ways away on this van. I don't want to post a video until we're driving this thing around. So you have to stay tuned for next weekend, baby. Now next week I'm gonna be like 2 point seconds for you guys, and I gotta wait a whole freaking week. You guys really do get the deets, whatever you want to say. You get the scoop. You ain't gotta wait. Well, I guess you do gotta wait. You gotta wait for me to post the video. I'll stop yapping. You guys will see me next week. It's been a couple days. We got the intake gasket. We're gonna head back over to Dad's house, throw that thing back together, and see what it does with some new fresh vacuum lines and a new gasket on everything. See if she runs any better. If not, we'll junk in it. That's the bottom line. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna have to happen. Got all the tools loaded up. Also, his van, his white Ford, is having some braking issues, so we may jack it up and check it out, see what's going on with it. But that will not be no video. We're just helping him out on his work van. It's nothing special. Back out here on the big ugly van. Got the intake gasket and the intake. Oh, there's bricks out here. Intake is back here. I'm gonna get this thing tossed back on here tonight. I forgot the tripod at home. For me, trying to be a YouTuber, you know, you think I would bring my tripod with me at everywhere I go to work on cars. Did not bring it tonight, so that's gonna be an issue. Moral of the story, I'm gonna get this thing thrown on here, and then we'll start figuring out some vacuum lines and see what we need to do to get this van running somewhat decent again. So bear with me. I'm gonna toss this thing in here and just keep figuring things out. And somebody is over there yelling up a storm. Anyways, I'm gonna kick some rocks about 10 times, say some cuss words, but then I should be able to have this intake in there for good. Well, we got quite the predicament going on in here. We'll call them handprints. So you know this old rig's been worked on. And that bolt in the middle that goes into the intake, that is an Allen head. I don't know if you guys can see it in there or not. It's right there in the middle. You can't really see it. Anyways, she's stripped out. I can't get it out. I can't tighten it up. We are stuck in dead water here. Come over here to get something done. I'm telling you what, if it doesn't backfire in your face. Oh my goodness. I was ready to get this thing back together. We may still get it back together tonight. We just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get that strip bolt out of there. Oh, here's a good idea right here of what it is. What's in that intake right there looks just like this. Right in the middle of the intake. I don't know why it's there. They should have put a bolt in there. That makes no sense to me. This bolt could have fit in there. Well, it got dark on us out here. The intake is on. We got that bolt out. We threw an actual regular bolt in the thing. Intake's on. Some of the throttle body is on. I gotta run a little. I'm trying to think. I'm exhausted. I worked today. I'm tired. We gotta get. I can't think, dude. A heater hose. One of them heater hoses fell, or it's not fell off. I took it off. I got to put it back on. Tighten up another one. There's a valve cover bolt that I can't get to right now. It's dark, so I'm tired of messing with it. Do it again tomorrow. That, and then there's the shift linkage stuff on top of the intake that bolts on. We got to get that on. And then vacuum. We have to run some vacuums, dude. There is a lot on that van. I keep finding them burnt. I just keep finding them. It's really starting to aggravate me. But anyways, we'll be back out here tomorrow. I actually have to help Dad on his white van, the one I'm staring at right here. He said the caliper is sticking on the white Ford, and it's the rotors are warped, so we gotta work on that one too. And on the 68, I don't know if you guys seen that video yet or not, if it's out yet or not. Don't know yet. As of right now, the car, we're doing some work on the engine, that's all I'll say, but we got a little bit more way to go. And the red van there, the red silver van right there, the Chevy, he wants to put square tail lights in it like my van has, so we'll have to do that one day for him too. we're getting to the point where everything out here needs worked on. At my dad's house, at my house, my brother's house, every car needs something worked on. You know how that is. You got, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vehicles, and they all need attention. But we're gonna work on the white van first tomorrow, try to get his brakes knocked out, and then we'll hop on the blue van again. You guys will see me then. Fixing to start this thing up. Finally got back together. See what it does. Oh, come on. It helps if we have juice. All right, we got this thing on jumper cables. See if it cranks up. Let her build some juice. Truck out of the way, we're gonna see if it goes in gear. She runs and moves great. She's smoking a little bit, burning up all the oil that's been draining and leaking all over the place. But she runs great. It's smoking a little bit in there. Hopefully it clears up. I would take it down the road, but she's out of gas. It's on E. It's past the E, actually. I'll show you. See that? So maybe we'll get some gas and then take it down the road. It's smoking an awful lot. I'm gonna go check it out. Let's see what's all this smoke over here is coming from. It was leaking out the valve cover, but I'm pretty sure that's fixed. That smoke's a little bit worrying. It's only smoking on that side. Thinking that it has a cracked manifold or a bad manifold gasket on the exhaust side over there. It is rolling out a lot of smoke. That's more than I want to be breathing in driving. Guess I'll back it up. You see what does with gravel burnout? reverse no more. I don't know why. I'll raise you guys up here. I don't know why. But I'm gonna put my truck up behind it. We're just gonna pull it back and call it a day. I'm not sure why it didn't record. We got it pulled up though. I guess my camera freaked out and shut off. I guess the cat came over and touched it. I don't know. I don't know why it stopped recording. Yeah, not having reverse is an issue. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But it stopped smoking. We cleaned up. There was a bunch of crap on the valve or the manifold. We took all of it off. I guess what was burnt. And it stopped smoking, so that's good. I really want to take it down the road, but not having reverse, that is going to be a problem. Well, we got it running. That's the main thing. It's running good, actually. Now we just got to figure out why it ain't wanting to shift, because it was doing it just fine for a little bit. Don't make any sense. Get these tow hooks off here and call it a day. The tow straps, I mean. Yeah. Oh, worst case, we'll have to throw a transmission in it. Worst case, we'll have to get a transmission. Alright, I'm calling it a day. My phone, I don't know what was going on. I really thought it was recording whenever I was first pulling the van. It wasn't. That's kind of aggravating, so I'm hoping that all my other clips recorded. If not, that's gonna make for a bad time. I'm gonna head home, get ready for my afternoon. We're gonna go to a trunk or treat, and I'm gonna do some research on that stuff. The linkage, I think the linkage is bad on top. I honestly don't know. It was going to reverse just fine, now it's not. So that's an issue that we're gonna have to address. I was hoping to drive it today. We got the smoking to stop. It was just burning some stuff on top. Another day. That's all I can say. We'll have to attack it another day. Well, I got a whole load of crap to get unloaded. It's gonna take me a hot minute, so I'm just gonna get started on it and catch you up with you guys here in a minute. All right, that's gonna be a wrap for this week's video on the big blue van. I was hoping to get a little bit more further ahead on it. The transmission not working. It's kind of beating me up right now because it was working. You've seen the van going back and forth. It makes zero sense to me. I don't know why it did that, but it did. It is not working. It does not have reverse no more. So hopefully, I'm really hoping it's a shift linkage or a solenoid, something stupid, because it's full of fluid and it was working. And there's no way me trying to do a burnout and drive messed it up, because now neutral is drive, and then everything passed. So it's neutral drive, drive is drive, overdrive is drive. Was it first is drive, and then you got second, which is also drive. And I'm saying like it's going forward in all those years. Obviously they're not all drive, but it has park and drive. That's all it's got. It had them all. It doesn't make zero. It makes absolutely zero sense to me. Hopefully we can figure it out before the next time we work on that thing. That van, like I said in the beginning of this video, it is a future build in the channel. If we ever get to it, I'm hoping that we do, but it will not fit in this garage. I can tell you that right now. That is the main holdup on that thing. And I'd like to make it four-wheel drive, but I'll probably get it running and drivable and going down the road before then, you know, so I can get all the kinks and all that stuff done in it.
and then make a full drive. Make it reliable first. That's the main thing. So we're gonna do that. You'll see it again. I know you guys will see it again. Oldest over here chewing on something. Out here chewing on plastic. You will see it again. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the big ugly blue van. It's pretty cool in my eyes. I love vans. We grew up with them. I got a freaking van go-kart right here. It's just what we like to have. We love vans. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the content I've been pumping out. I'm very behind on, if you all watch my YouTube shorts and my videos, I'm sure some of you maybe can tell that my YouTube shorts are way further ahead than my main channel videos, because I'm out here doing work, making videos, and I'm 2 months ahead on videos as of right now. I may not be when this video comes out, but so I'm 2 months ahead on videos, but then I'm posting my YouTube shorts as I'm working on stuff. So I got a lot going on in this big noodle up here. Hopefully it's not all too confusing and I'm not messing my channel up, but so far what I've been doing is working. The channel is growing, so I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing until it doesn't work no more, and then we will figure it out then and do something different. Anyways, rambled for 2 minutes here. I'm gonna end it right now. Hope you all enjoyed. Keep coming back to me. Instagram is in the bio if you want to see anything new, or sometimes I post beforehand. I post random stuff on there if you want to. Not gonna beg you to do it. It's there. It's an option. All right, it's just an option. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. I will see you all in the next one. All right, with all that being said, peace out.